You know when you're driving down the street and you see a building that is obviously in transition, you wonder, what's that going to be? Well, check it out. At the intersection of Robinson and Lake in Easttown, a giant 5-story building that is iconic. What's that going to be? Well, let's talk to Baird from Bazzani and Associates.
Hey, Jerry.
What's up, Baird?
We're good.
Now, that is a cool building with a lot of history. Let's go back in time and talk about it. What is it?
This building was built for the Grand Rapids Storage and Van Company, 1926. It's a George S. Kingsley design, and he was sort of the Frank Lloyd Wright of warehouse design in the 20s.
So that is a building that looks like it's been built for the ages. Was it always going to be a warehouse?
It was always going to be a warehouse. That was what it was designed for furniture and home furnishing storage. It has a silver vault for your silver, fur storage. That's what it was designed for. It's 76,000 square feet.
And it's built by a guy by the name of Kingsley, who, for all intents and purposes, is like the Frank Lloyd Wright of the warehouse division. I mean, explain how big an architect he was back in the day.
In the day, he was as big as they get, because in those days, you wanted a warehouse, could be a warehouse, but didn't mean it had to not be good looking. And so all of his designs are iconic. They're in New York, Philadelphia, Chicago, and they're still being used today.
Okay, so now you guys have acquired this building. What's it gonna be?
Well, that's the big question right now. We expect to open 10,000 square foot of retail on the first floor, and that's going to be used for, we hope, specialty retail, for restaurants, and that sort of thing.
Well, you know what's cool about it is, it has got, I guess it was designed originally for retail on the bottom floor. So let's go take a look at it, babe. We got a cross traffic here. We'll show you what it's going to look like in a number of months or years. What's the timeline on this?
We think this exterior will be finished in the next 3 to 4 months, we're hoping.
God, that is just beautiful. And the windows you see down here, how many square feet of retail do you envision?
10,000 square foot of new retail.
And what sort of places might go in?
We're going to have specialty retail, restaurants, specialty retail. We're hoping to have some sort of an upscale, kind of a grocery, meat market kind of combination with beer and wine. So it's really open to any of those possibilities.
Okay, and you know, immediately when he said, it's going to be some sort of a grocery store sort of place, I thought like, a mini D&W or something, but it's going to be a lot more character-ridden than that, isn't it?
Oh yeah, because this is a neighborhood that likes individuality and likes local retail, and so that's really what we're shooting for here.
All right, well, check it out. Want to go inside? I mean, not many people have been in here for how many years?
A lot of years.
All right, well, open up, Baird. Let's check it out, because this is what's going to blow you away. Little transition for the camera to read the light. When I first walked in here, I thought, wow, it looks like Grand Central Station. How tall are those ceilings?
16 feet.
Really? And then as you go up the floors, are all the ceilings of similar height?
No, they're different heights on different floors. The second floor is about 8.5 feet, and the third, fourth, and fifth floors are 10 feet.
You know what's cool about this is all the light. I mean, look at the big, big windows. Doesn't this just scream a really cool retail space to you?
Yeah, and you can't get windows. Nobody does windows this size anymore. I mean, this is really old school, 16-foot ceilings. It's such a grand space. It's just one of a kind.
Well, and again, for a warehouse, look at this. It's cool. I mean, I guess Kingsley thought just because it's a warehouse doesn't mean it's got to be blah.
No, and they actually designed this one. This is the only one we found that was designed for retail on the first floor with storage above. None of the other ones had it that way, so this was very specialized for this particular market.
Alrighty, at the corner of Robinson and Lake in Easttown, you're probably thinking, all that retail space, where are people going to park? Parking's always a bugaboo, Baird.
Parking in the back, 50-car parking lot right in the rear, right next to the building. It's available and free.
Nobody knows about that.
Nobody knows about it.
Because it's hidden.
That's right.
Okay, so let's say somebody wants to possibly occupy this space. How small a space can you buy into?
Right now we're looking at a minimum of around 1,900 square foot up to our super suite, which is our on the corner, which is around 3,000. But there's no demising walls yet, so it's really up to what the retailers want and what they need.
All right, well, you know, it's cool because the name of this segment is, what's that going to be? But nobody really knows at this point. The future has yet to be told for this, the first floor of the Kingsley building at the intersection of Lake and Robinson in Easttown. Thanks for doing this, man. I've always looked at this building and said, come on, do something with it. It's great.
It is great. It is. It's a wonderful space.
All righty. Just another installment of, what's that going to be? Now you know. All right, good job.